Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are driving into Route Handler in Next.js, a powerful feature that let you build API directly within your Next.js app. Whether you are building full stack application, handling form submission, or integrating third-party services, Route Handlers are the game changer. By the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding of how they work and how to implement them in your project. So grab your first coding snack. Let's get started. So here in today's video, we are talking about let's go through a small introduction of what is route handler in Next.js application. So here we have learned how to route pages. Now the app router let you create custom request handler for your route using a feature called route handler. Unlike pages route, we give a HTML content. Route handler let us build a RESTful endpoint with complete control over the response. Think of it like building an application with Node plus Express app. There is no need to set and configure a separate server. So for route handler is a great when making external API requests, as well as, for example, if you are building an app that need to talk to the third party services. Route handlers run server-side are sensitive info like private key stays secure and never reach the browser. Route handlers are the equivalent of API route in page router. Next.js support get, post, put, patch, delete, head and option. These are the HTTP requests which are used when we are building the API for an application in Next.js. So if an interpretive method is called like, then the Next.js will return a 405 method not allowed response over here. So let's set up your first route handler. So let's move on to the Visual Studio Code. So here you can see that we have a Visual Studio Code, and in this we are already running the server. So here in the source folder and inside app folder, we are creating a new folder with the name hello. We can create a new folder hello, and inside it we can create a route.tsx file. Okay, and inside that we can create a get request. So when we visit localhost 3000/hello, we can get that particular response in the browser. So for this we can create a function like export async function and name it as get request, and inside that we can return new response, and inside this we can pass a text called hello world and save it. After creating this particular, so here you can see that we have created a get request, and in the route inside the hello we have the route.tsx. So let's visit on the browser and see what we see. So this is the get request. So when we visit the localhost 3000/hello, we will get that they return this particular text on the browser. So now here you have 3000. So here you can we can visit hello and press enter over there. So here you can see that localhost 3000/hello, you can get hello world, the text which we added on the get request. So if you will see that this is a particular get request in particular. Now if you inspect this particular page, so in the network we reload those. So here you can see the hello, and you will see that this is the request method of get, which was we defined in the route.tsx inside the hello. So now this is the simple route handler we had just created. So what if we want to organize our route related to the data we want to fetch from the in the application? Like suppose we want to fetch the dashboard data or the user data, then how we can handle that particular route, or how we can organize that particular route inside the route handler organization. So let's do that. So inside the app folder, we can create a dashboard folder. We can click over here and we create a dashboard. And inside dashboard, we can create a new file. Just copy to root and paste it on the dashboard. And we can, this is the hello world, and we can pass a dashboard data to it. Here we can write over here dashboard data. Okay. So that we can demonstrate that we are fetching the dashboard data over here. Now, inside dashboard data, we also get the user data. So for this, we can also create another folder inside the dashboard. So we can click on the dashboard and create a new folder with the name users. And again, we are creating the route.tsx file inside the user folder. So we can click over here and paste it. We can copy this particular file, and inside the user, we can paste it that, and we can like user data, users data, and the dashboard we can like dashboard data. So here you can see that we are creating two routes, one for the dashboard, one for the user inside the dashboard. So just for organizing, we are seeing that we are getting the organizing our get request all the data with the help of route handler. So when you visit local 3000 plus dashboard, you will see the dashboard data, and less user, you will see the user data. So let's move on to the browser. So now you are already know that local 3000 plus this will be the working. Now we can visit the dashboard and let's see what we see on the browser. So when we click on dashboard, visit local dashboard, you can press enter over there, and now you can see dashboard spelling would be wrong, DOARD. Okay. Now you can see the dashboard data over here. Now what about the user? How we can get particular user data on this particular URL? So for this we can use visit local 3000 slash dashboard slash user, because we have created the folder. If you see that your users folder are inside the dashboard, so you can access that particular user folder with the help of inside the dashboard. So you can write like this, like localhost 3000 slash dashboard slash user, and press enter over here. Now here you can see the user data. So here you can see how we can organize route handler in Next.js application. Now we are talking about some handling confliction in Next.js application. How to handle route confliction. So let's talk about that. Now let's talk about the route conflict. So what is route conflict in this? So suppose how to handle route conflict. So I am giving illustrates with the help of example. Suppose we have a profile folder inside the app, and let me create a profile folder for this. And inside profile folder we have a page.tsx, and inside page.tsx we have a export deport function profile, and inside profile we are returning a div tag and following profile page, showing profile page. Okay. Now what if we have the another file with the name route.tsx inside the profile? So let's create that tsx, and we can export async function get request, export async function get request, and we can we can give it a return new response. We can give return new response. We can write it as return new response as profile API data response. So here you can see that we have two pages inside the profile folder. One of the page.tsx, which is the component and which is showing when we load the profile page. Another was the route, which is just giving the get request response, which is a profile API data. So when you run that or visit local 3000 slash profile, so which route will be which content would you see? So let's see that. So now localhost 3000, and we can visit profile. So here you can see that we get a confliction of this, because if we click over it, so you can get that particular that there are confliction between this. So in order to remove that particular confliction, so for this we can how to resolve this particular issue. So we can handle conflict with the help of, so we can create a new folder inside profile and create a API folder. And in that API folder we can move the API folder to the route to the API folder. Now you can see that we have get the successfully 200 status code with the profile, and now when we visit local 360 profile, the profile page will be loaded. And if we want the API data, then what we have to do, we have to visit the local slash profile slash API and press enter. So you can see the profile API data over there. So this is how you can differentiate your page.tsx with the route, so that you can create a tab to resolve that particular handling configuration. You can create a separate folder for the route within a component in which you are defining the route handler for it. Now that all for today's, and that wrap up route handler in Next.js. Today we explore how to use route.js file to handle API requests like get and post and more, all within the app factory. Route handlers are the incredibly powerful features allowing you to build full stack application seamlessly while keeping your backend logic tightly integrated with your front end. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you have any question or want to share your own experience with route handler, drop a comment below. I will love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Happy coding and keep building awesome things. Thank you.